Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and we are going to continue our coverage on the Israeli war. And I'm telling you, not a thing to cause fear, not a thing to panic and do all this stuff, but I have this really bad feeling that something big's about to go down. I just have this feeling. And it's one of them things. It seems like a lot of stuff seems to happen on a Friday right before the weekend. There's a lot going on. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not saying go run and panic and go, everything. Uh, as I'm got home from work and I sat down, I started trying to take notes. It seemed like every time that I went through and read two or three articles and flipped through some things, 40 more came flying in, and it was like, I've got to sit down with what I've got, get it out to you guys, and maybe I'll put out a second video tonight. We'll see what happens. um, Hopefully it's just a little bit active and that's it. Hopefully nothing happens. Let me try and run down through this really fast so I can make this a quick video, get you some headlines, get you some things. We'll see what happens as things move on, but in no particular order. In Yemen, a full mobilization has been called to defend Palestine. Yemen has ballistic missiles that is reportedly to be allegedly on the move to the border. There is pictures and videos. I cannot verify them, anything along those lines. It's allegedly being moved. These ballistic missiles have a range of about 2,000 kilometers. Just to give you an idea, if you don't know Yemen and things like that, what North Korea is to China, basically Yemen is to Iran. Okay, and that's about as quick and simplified as I can put that out there. Now, speaking of Yemen, there is a U.S. Navy warship that was traversing through the Suez and supposedly going over to, I think, the Red Sea area. So it's passing kind of by there. And the story is that a group in Yemen that was supposedly fired from Yemen going to go to Israeli targets, but the U.S. Navy warship just happened to be in the area and intercepted them. Okay, now you can believe whatever you want. I'm just telling you what the headlines in the article is saying. Very weird that if you have the capability to fire a missile from here to there, that you wait until there's a Navy warship in your way. Why wouldn't you fire it before? Why wouldn't you wait an hour or two and fire it after it moved? I don't understand. That seems extremely coincidental of an odd timing, but okay, here or there. That's, missiles fired, warship intercepted. Okay, moving on. The Iraqi militia has calls out to its supporters, to start and head towards the Iraqi-Jordanian border. Now, this has been going on. This is more official. They've kind of posted on there, which kind of brings it down that in Iraq, an Iranian-backed group has launched drones and missiles targeting a U.S. military base in the western part of the country. The base, as I'm reading and currently understanding, is still under complete lockdown. But out of this is the third attack on U.S. military bases in the region. Now, third, as in three different ones. Two of the three have been attacked twice already. So it's a total of 5 attacks. 2 places attacked twice, 1 place attacked once, bringing it to 5, 3 different locations. So now you're getting a lot of military places being targeted. You're getting warships intercepting missiles. You're getting an awful lot of activity. A lot of things are on the move. A lot of threats are being thrown around. In Syria, a gas pipeline by unknown person or persons was targeted. So now we're going after infrastructure and energy. For the first time, Hamas has actually publicly requested military support from Iran and Hezbollah, and has made a call to all Arab and Islamic masses to march to the border for Friday. Okay, now that brings it back to the beginning of this. A lot of stuff seems to go on Fridays. I don't know what it is. And you got to go through that the Sabbath is Saturdays. So this might have a big thing for, trying to attack on a holy day. Keep going. This one is either, okay, let me read this and then I'll put it in. A Pakistani official in their parliament said today during a session that the Pakistani nuclear weapons are not exhibition. They then demanded that the Pakistani government should use these nuclear missiles to warn the Israelis that if they do not stop bombing Gaza, that they will use them to wipe them off the face of the earth. Now, Pakistan is a nuclear country. They do have nukes, okay? They are a very big wild card on where they lie in who's friends and who isn't. They, I think, are more, at least in my opinion, they're more stable than the North Korea, but I think they have an itchy trigger finger, and this is one of those ones. And I'm telling you, my opinion, my channel, my opinion, the second any sort of major bomb, okay, so we're talking a small tactical nuke to a large ICBM, whatever, the first one fired, the first one lobbed from anything, everybody has an itchy trigger finger. The leader of North Korea has already said my button is on my desk. Okay, so everybody's already threatening. It started out with the Russia conflict that he said it, then other people have said it, and this and that, and all this other stuff. I don't like that nukes are, one of those things that are thrown. If you're going to threaten, do what you got to do. And I understand, nuclear is that kind of top tier ultimate threat, especially if you don't have nukes. Hey, I have them, you don't, it's a really big threat. Coming from Pakistan, I don't like this at all. Okay. Hopefully this is just somebody angry. They're speaking out of, anger and hatred and whatever. And hopefully there is people that actually make decisions that just, okay, you're angry, move on, and nothing comes of this. But that is a headline. It's out there. It's said on video. So it's actually happened. And I thought I should pass along to you. But we're getting close to the 10-minute mark. So let me end on this. Today, the two big announcements from inside the U.S. is that Biden is supposed to address the nation tonight about 8 p.m., at least in my time zone. And then the U.S. State Department also issues, from at least what I can tell, the first time, a worldwide travel alert. So they are basically saying that there is a worldwide, okay, so we're talking even if you're in Australia, Japan, anywhere along those lines, if you're an American, not on American soil, they are issuing you an alert. And they go through and tell you, make sure that if you're in a popular tourist area, to really be cautious and look around, try and make sure you know your routes, know safe areas to go, know where bomb shelters are, things like that. If you're not reading the writing on the wall, okay, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not, look at my thing. I don't have a million followers. Okay. So all I'm trying to do is the 1,200, 1,300 subscribers that I have. Take this serious. Okay. Time for all this diplomatic stuff. It looks, in my opinion, like things are starting to run out. Okay. I make no money on whatever you go buy from Amazon or Walmart. Okay. If you don't have enough water, go buy water. Okay. And don't run up your credit card. Stay out of debt. If you have an extra $20 that your bills are paid and you have $20, personally, I would take that $20 and go buy some water. I would go buy another thing of rice or some sort of canned food or something, because if nothing happens, and that's what we're crossing our fingers for, if nothing happens, you got some extra water, okay? And if you take my advice and you go, you know what, this crazy bearded, guy makes a good point, and you go out and you buy that water, you buy that rice or that canned food, and nothing happens, you got some extra water and some extra food. What's the big deal? I'm not making any money off of it. You got some extra stuff. So that means next week you don't have to go buy as much water because you already have it. You just bought it a week before or 2 weeks before you was going to anyway. So is it time to batten down the hatches? No. But like Bear from Bear Independent says, there is two kind of alert levels. There is where's the helmet, and it's time to put the helmet on. And I think, in my opinion, we are somewhere between I have the helmet in my hand, so I know where it's at. It might be close to putting the helmet on, sort of thing. So hopefully nothing happens all weekend. Maybe a few skirmishes, maybe a few things like that. And everybody that watches this can come back Monday morning and go, hey, nothing happened. Great. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see what happens. With the way that everything, I mean, I'm sitting here doing this on my phone. I can see the stuff coming across as I'm making this, and it is nonstop. Just things keep coming in, just flying in. So if a bunch of stuff happens, I'll throw a second video out. But right now, guys, from a prepping standpoint, this is head on a swivel. This is a little higher alert. This is, if you have an extra bit of money, go out and get a few more last minute preps before it's too late. Because if I'm right and you don't do it, you're gonna be without. You're not going to be able to get that food and that water and that supplies that you could have gotten. That $20 isn't going to buy you anything if there's nothing on the shelf to go get. So if you can and you have the extra money, top your gas off. Go get some food. Go get some water. Go get some beans, Band-Aids, bullets. Top off whatever you can top off. Okay, it's one of those ones. Don't grab your credit card and go out and buy a tank. Okay, this is not the time to go into debt. Again, this is all just warning signs. Could something happen? Absolutely. It looks bad. Could something not happen? Yes, and that's what we're hoping for. Prepping. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Right now it looks bad, but we're going to hope that nothing happens. So guys, stay tuned. There's a lot of information to come. Remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.